All right. So in this problem, guys, it's a combined gas law problem, and you'll see which type it is in a second, but let's go over the general strategy here. So we're going to start off with how we start off with all of these, with my table, with my pressures, volumes, moles, and temperature, and my combined gas law, P1 V1 over N1 T1 equals P2 V2 over N2 T2. So let's go through this. The question is, how many moles? So that's the first thing. How many moles? That's my question. So I'm going to put, and my variable for moles is N. So I'm going to say, how many moles? That's going to be my question mark. Are in a 7.00 liter. Liters here. That's a unit of volume. So I'm going to put that in for my volume right here. My volume one, my starting volume. Okay. Of a gas at a certain temperature and pressure. If 0.369 moles of the same gas at the same conditions occupies 9.75 liters. So I have a second number. I'm asking for a number of moles at a certain volume. If that's 0.369 moles of that at that same temperature and pressure occupies 9.75 liters. Okay. So one thing that you guys can get from this is that it's saying at a certain temperature and pressure, and you're saying at the same conditions. So what I'm going to do is we're going to assume the pressure and temperature are constant, and we're going to cross those out of the equation. And we're going to take them out of the ideal gas law. So I'm going to take out my pressure. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Take out my pressures and my temperatures. So really, I'm left with what they call Avogadro's law, which is V1 over N1 equals V2 over N2. Okay, so I have V1 over N1, V2 over N2. So now I have an algebra equation. I have one equation, one unknown. I can just substitute in for here. So I get my V1, which is 7.00, over my N1, which I'm going to leave as the variable N1. You can call it X if you want, or you can leave it as question mark if whatever you guys want, equals my V2, which is 9.75, all over my N2, which is 0.369. So, well, from here, you can cross multiply. We're going to take the numerator of one, multiply it by the denominator of the other. And likewise, we're going to take the denominator of one, multiply it by the numerator of the other. And we're going to set those equal. That's cross multiplication. So what we end up having is 7.00 times 0.369 equals 9.75 times N1. And I can calculate this value. So let's calculate it. You got my calculator. So 7 times 0.369. You're going to get 2.58. That's what this quantity is, the yellow right here. That's going to be 2.583. And we're going to set that equal to 9.75 N. And now I just divide both sides by 9.75. and I get N1 equals 2.265. Okay, and that would be moles. All right.